Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to fix the error of your HP Deskjet just not turning on at all. This should work for all HP Deskjets, but mainly pertaining to the 2600, 2700 and 2800 series. Now all Deskjets are pretty much the same, so yours might look very similar to this or it might look slightly different, but they all use the same app and they have the same settings. And yeah, so one of the first things we're going to cover is we want to figure out why this thing isn't turning on. Now, the first thing to make sure is it has to be plugged in and on power. HP printers use a two-pin power cord. Now, it's ideal and it's highly recommended that you use the genuine one that came with the HP printer. And this is for obvious reasons, but if you don't know, it's because this will have the correct voltage tolerance limits to support and operate the printer. Now, to be honest with you, having worked in IT, if you have another cable that looks like this, it should be fine. And if you plug it in, it should work. But it's very much ideal to use the same one that came with the printer. Now, if you don't know where to plug this in, I will show you. I'm going to turn this printer around and get it plugged in. So this is the back of the printer. Now, I'm going to lift this paper tray just to show you. As you can see, this is kind of like the power brick area of the printer. And you're going to want to make sure that this is fully plugged in. And you really want to make sure it's kind of all the way in there. Sometimes it may seem it's not all the way in there, but it is. Give it a little wiggle, little shake, and I know that's in there now. Okay, so now that that's plugged in, we can turn the printer around and see what happens. So now that you've ensured that the printer is plugged in at the back and also at your socket, making sure that your socket is receiving power, you're going to want to head over to the interactive side of the printer over here, and we're going to press the power button at the top. And if all goes well, you'll see all the lights flash and pick up, and then that should begin to spool everything up. Because the printer was powered off completely, it is likely that your Wi-Fi connection and other settings won't work immediately. If all goes well, they should pick up from their memory, but worst case, you might have to hold these two down and reset up the Wi-Fi. I have a few videos on that, so do take a look. But now your printer is on. Sometimes, if it doesn't turn on, you can hold the cancel button and the on button, and that should also kick it into gear. It's worth noting that if you're having this issue, if you've plugged it in and you know the plug socket works, but the printer itself still isn't getting power, it's going to be one of two things then. Either the power brick on the back of your printer is broken. If that's the case, that little brick I showed you, if that's the case, then unfortunately, probably the best thing to do with your time and money is to just buy a new printer. These will run you back about $40, $50. It's not ideal, but sometimes it's got to be done. But if you're certain that that's working, then you're going to want to look at your cable. Your cable is probably the issue. You can test your cable on other technology. So for instance, if you have a PS4, it's the same cable. You saw at the beginning of the video, it's a 2-pin connector. A lot of tech uses it. A lot less tech from modern times use it. But, you know, probably a lot of appliances around your house will use that, especially electronic appliances like printers, games consoles, and so on and so forth. So hopefully this helped. Hopefully your printer is now turning on. And thank you very much. Do check out my channel for other videos related to these printers, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.